Hey everyone, I just wanted to go through an 8-bar introduction I just did, and I completed a chart on the tune There Is No Greater Love. And I wanted to show you a couple things that I was thinking about. Maybe it'll help you next time you are thinking about putting a tune together. Now this is the introduction. So the introduction, as you know, basically introduces a tune. Ironically enough, I couldn't find any recordings that had introductions on this tune, There Is No Greater Love. Everybody just went right into the head. But I generally will put an introduction together, and I want to show you that what I was thinking as I put this together. A couple things. Firstly, I wanted it to be about 8 bars, which typically in a AABA tune, an 8-bar intro is, it's fine. You can make it longer, or I guess you could make it 4 bars, but something symmetrical around 4 to 8 bars. And I knew I wanted to do something with a pedal. A pedal, this is in the key of B flat. So a pedal would be over an F. So rather than, I only have 4 horns to work with here. So what I did was I just came up with, I thought about maybe having a pedal like an F suspended. Now we're from the key of B flat. F would be a fifth above B flat. So I came up with a little melody for the trumpet and alto. So whenever I put together an intro or any part of the tune, I'll try to extract things from the melody itself. And in this tune, it has the tune goes. So we have a lot of this little, chromatic thing here. So I got that in that little lick there. Okay, so that's over F. And then I thought, well, how about moving it up to A flat for the for the 3rd and 4th bar, and just transpose that. So I moved it up and back to F, but I didn't want to keep on that. Oh, incidentally, I did take I did do a coupling, a 3rd coupling with the alto sax player. So this is the trumpet part, and this down a 3rd stays within the F7 sus or F13 sus. So it comes out to be kind of a coupling with those 2 instruments, and it sounds pretty good, I think. Tenor and trombone are playing the root, so you don't need a lot of factors going on in any part of an arrangement. Usually there's kind of a foreground and then a background. In this case, we only have 4 horns, so we can't do a lot of things with 4 horns, but in this case, it would be a melody up on top, and then the lower 2 horns play the pedal part, along with piano. And piano is kind of doubling the trumpet and alto. Okay, so moving on to the 4th through the 8th, what I did was I didn't want to do the pedal anymore. I wanted to basically move in cadence in B flat before we start the tune. So one little trick you can do is start with the progression at the tritone. So I figured, how about just going down by step and having a little melody up top and voice this all out for all the 4 horn players. So get off the pedal, get off the suspended. So what I did was I came up with the melody based on this chord progression: E minor 7 flat 5, E flat 13 sharp 11, D minor 11, D flat 13, C9, B plus 7 sharp 9 to B flat 6. And then I stole from Count Basie with the little, and that starts the tune. So let me go through that second part. Here's the melody that I came up with. So I came up with the progression first, and then I did like a rhythmic curve. A rhythmic curve is basically a rhythm. I thought of a rhythm like da 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 da, and I fit the notes to that rhythmic curve. So sometimes I'll come up with a rhythm first that I want, because remember, rhythm is like an impetus of the tune, and it really has a lot to do with how things sound. Harmony does as well, but rhythm does right along with it. So I came up with this. Remember, in the 4-horn combo, you can't get too high. So I stayed in this area, and this is the melody I came up with. I first came up with this. But then I thought, well, on the second note, I could do the sharp 11 of the E flat chord. So I came up with and that worked out pretty well. So let me play that for you. Remember, we're moving down chromatically. We ended back on the F. That's what the bass player plays. Along with the horn player, it's the same rhythm. Okay, so slowly but surely, here it is. E flat minor, or E minor 7 flat 5. So you see that everybody has a good line. The voice leading is good. Nobody makes any huge leaps. And the harmony works well with the melody line. So that was the beginning of my tune. So pedal into a reharmonized chromatic thing going down to B flat. I wanted a cadence in B flat because that's kind of how the tune does at the very end. So that wraps up the 8-bar intro. If you have any questions, let me know below. And also, if you want to jump into my Patreon, I'll be doing a lot of this analysis and starting to do analysis on other writers and arrangers as well, taking little snippets and going through them and kind of just unlocking some of the things that they do. Writers that you'll be fully aware of, familiar with. So jump over to the Patreon, just $5 a month to jump into the arranging portion of it. If you do have a combo or a big band, you can jump into the higher levels, but I won't be putting everything on this YouTube channel. I'll be mixing up and putting a lot of analysis onto the Patreon. So thanks a lot for listening, and if you have any questions below, let me know.